Welcome to Ignite Mentoring Bootcamp. My name is Lucy. Ignite Mentoring Bootcamp is a place where we come to have an encounter with God, where our lives are transformed.
Ignite Bootcamp that holds in 3 states in Nigeria was born in the city of Abuja by the convener and commandant Auntie Etima Ume. It was indeed a mission to ignite the next generation of young leaders by mentoring, coaching, creating opportunities for life scale, and of course, spiritual growth and enrichment. So every year we go to 3 cities in Nigeria: Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Ignite has been ignited.
Yeah, I've experienced lots of things. I've known how to make good friends. I know how to talk. I know how to express myself freely. I really want to thank my mom and my dad for supporting me, for encouraging me to come here and know more about God, to more socializing, to express myself the more and not be timid. And my friends out there, I want to encourage you to come and when you come here, you're going to learn more things. You're going to know.
Welcome to Ignite Mentoring Bootcamp News. My name is Lucy. Ignite Mentoring Bootcamp is a place where we come to have an encounter with God, where our lives are transformed, our destinies are lifted. We have other activities aside from the transformation encounters. We have sports activities. We have one-on-one mentoring sections with Auntie Tima and Auntie Folake. The children are allowed to come talk their hearts, come say what they feel and how they feel deep down. Those things they can't relate to their parents. This is a place where they are allowed to say it out, and then solutions will be offered and solutions will be given to them and how to advance in their daily life.
Okay, hello everyone. Can you see me? I can see you. Please, if you're alive, help me say that you're alive. Sorry, we're a few minutes late, just trying to sort out some stuff. Okay, so yes, this is week three. Week three. Let's go. Who has been here for week 1 and week 2? You have the skill of consistency. I have to celebrate you. You have the skill of focus. Yes. Where are the Where are the focus queens? They know how to fight distractions, they know how to combat it. And they are here week 1, week 2, week 3. Yes, this is the final of the series in this batch of trainings, free webinars for girl parents. You've been here week 1 and 2. Let me see you in the comments. Well done to us. Keeping focus at times like this is not easy because so many things are trying to catch our attention. But for us to stay on a task, very commendable. So today we're going to be wrapping up this conversation about focus and distractions for our girls with a very interesting topic. You know, I intentionally left this topic for now, for the last, because this, for me, this is like the most important, the most common, the most needing immediate attention of all the sessions that we have had. We had daydreaming and mind wandering, we had procrastination, and now we're having entertainment. Entertainment looks like a good thing because somebody might be saying, oh, so you don't want our girls to relax. Please, this life is not that hard. I beg, allow them. You people, you do too much. Yeah, I know, right? However, it's a thing for girls. Sometimes, most times, they don't even know where to draw the line. They will choose entertainment over any other thing, no matter how important that other thing is. I was asking some parents during the week, your daughter has never complained about the movie is too much. The movie is too much. This series is too long. But they always complain that to read book is too much. They don't want to read. They don't want to go for course. They don't want to go for class. They don't want to go for training. But they'll never complain that anything entertainment is too much. So today I'm not alone. I have somebody you all want to see. I have Coach Tega in the building. You guys are going to love Coach Tega. First of all, she's an eloquent speaker. Like sometimes I just want to press her, like, and Tega, please be talking. I beg, just be talking. Let me just hear your voice. She has one of the sweetest voices ever. Her English very fluent, and above all, she's super intelligent. You guys wait until Antega starts speaking, then you will know that I'm not lying. Antega is a drug recovery coach. So she's someone that is, on Wednesday, I was saying at the TIP conference, TIP Sex Educate like a pro course, that some people have experiences, but they're not using their experiences well. They're just telling their stories and then that's all. I call it low-hanging fruit of personal experience. She's not just telling stories. She is actually helping people recover from addictions of all sorts, especially ladies, especially girls. So we have that one thing in common. We both work with teenagers, and then she works with older girls, especially. Same with me. And then we are Spirit Coco together, and then we are, same. Okay? So Coach Tega is going to be talking to us about the power of entertainment. Now, let me tell you something else about Coach Tega. She is hype. It was from her I heard that if she goes to a party as a young person, or even if the party has ended, when she goes, the party starts all over again. Such energy. So she's full of vibes, full of energy, she's just somebody you want to be around. That's why the teenagers love her. However, she is valuable and resourceful to them. So dear parents, girl parents, where are you? Help me send Coach Tega some love in the comment. Please, girls, if you work with girls, it's love we know how to do. It's love. Plenty love. If it was my girls in Girls Hub now, they'll be sending, and Tega, you know how we do it now. My girls would have sent you like 1,000 love emojis. Please,
1,000 by now, I'm telling you.
Jesus. It's love that we do here. Help me send Coach Tega love in the comments. Thank you so much, Coach T. We're so happy that you're spending part of Friday with us. I know it's not easy, but well, thank you for doing this for the girls. I know it's the girls you're doing it for. I should be sharing your slide now, right?
Yes, please, please.
Okay. So that is coming in a bit. But yes, I can see your comment in the comments. Hope you're not making dinner only. Please.
Hello,
Don't-
everybody. Good evening. It's good to be here. For me, I had a baby 2 years ago, and I waited for this child for 10 years. And one of the things, I'm sure many of you are TIP yadas. When that day when we were having the I think I was presenting the last time I spoke on TIP on the 26th of July. That day I was going into the theater for to go and have my implantation done. But I told the doctor, I said, look, you say my implantation is what time? 7 o'clock. I said, excuse me, I have destiny. I have
Mm.
destiny at 7. So I told him, just give me 30 minutes. Let me just go. So he cleared one part of his office for me. And I put up my iPad there and then I presented and then I left. I
Mm.
really wanted a girl that day. I was so sure. I kept saying, doctor, is there a way you can check this sex selection? Give me a girl. Because God will have it. In his infinite mercies, he gave me a boy. But it's also, I really wanted a girl. I'm so passionate about the female gender. Is very important to me because most of the things that I have gone through in my life, it's are things that some people will say, do girls go through stuff like this? Because when you talk about substance use and all those things, they are more it's more about boys. People don't really think that girls would do that. Girls are not daring like that now. Girls are at home. They are, they're pretty. They're big pretty. However, the number of girls who are really, getting involved in crews is getting higher by the day. Now they say 1 in 5, okay, like 14 million Nigerians have used drugs. Well, that was in 2019. Do you know that 2019 for me is not even correct? But let's just leave it like that. However, in that 14 million, 1 in 5 of those 14 million users is a female. One
Wow.
in five is a female, and I dare say there are more because in the north we don't they don't it's a cultural thing. It's difficult for you to take a female substance use victim, especially because of their culture and their religion. You can't take them into a rehabilitation center for everybody to know that they are there. So most times they are treated at home. So you understand why I say I dare say that the number is higher because people also want, because of stigma, people also want to cover, oh, let them not know that my daughter is doing drugs. Okay, who will marry her? She must have children. So the number is more. So I'm very passionate about this because I've been there. I've been exactly where you are. I've been exactly where you are saying God forbid to. Actually, that's the word I should say. The place you are saying
Mm.
God forbid, my daughter will never be there. I've been there. As much as you are saying, oh, thank God, so your life turned out okay. However, I missed out on 13 years. Do you know what 13 years is?
Mm.
13 years of a person's life. If you born a child 30 years ago, the child is either in JS1 or JS2 right now. The child is, either that or trying to write JSSCA. Do you understand? Junior secondary school exams. So 13 years is a lot of time. A 13-year-old is already a full-blown teenager. He's not a preteen anymore. So imagine the time that I missed out because of excessive dependence on entertainment. So we're talking about how excessive dependence on entertainment can affect our daughters. The thing is, our teenagers, their brains are not fully developed yet. Not fully developed, especially as teens. Their brains are still, it has stopped growing in size, but it is still, growing in function, fine tuning how it's being done, and it continues like that until I think their 20s. However, and there is the area of the brain where it's the prefrontal cortex, and is the last part to mature, and that area is what is responsible for skills, planning, prioritizing, and making good decisions. I said that on purpose so that you will know that when your teenager is not making good decisions, it's not because they just want to be bad or they just want to be poorly behaved or they just want you to talk or are you not praying enough? Am I not praying enough? No, it's a developmental thing, ma. It's a yes, ma, yes, sir. It's a developmental thing. Their brain has grown in size, it has reached the capacity in size, but it has not reached the capacity in function. So It's the prefrontal cortex is the last part to grow, and that part is where they make rational decisions. That is why when we are talking about parental involvement, you will understand why it's important for you to still be in their lives, regardless of the fact that they tell you that, look, mom, I'm an adult. They're growing breasts, granted. They are seeing their periods, granted. They're able to, wear big clothes, older clothes. They're having hormonal changes. They're feeling things in their body. Does not mean that they have reached the place where they can have no supervision. And one thing that is very important is that changes to the areas of the brain responsible for social processes can lead them to focus more on their senses. So now you understand why they just want to hang around their friends. They just want to just hang out. Everything is cruise for them. They just want to just play. It's not because they are not serious children. It is a developmental stage in their life. So it's important for you to know that while they are going up and down with their friends, no, please go back to the first slide. That's where we still are. While they are going back with their hanging out with their friends and all of that, it's not because they want to disobey you. At that time, that is what is being influencing. That's what's influencing their behavior. Now, what are the things that are going to affect them? This plenty entertainment. What are the entertainment things? In fact, entertainments, mobile phones. I was at a 13-year-old, my childhood friend. I've known her maybe like more than 25 years. Her daughter, her first daughter, I was there when that girl was born. In fact, I carried her as a preemie. She turned 13 on Sunday. And so we all had to be there with the mother, now our Pekin now. So all of us were there and everything. And so she now called me and said, well, you are the one that knows how you talk to teenagers, engage them. By the time I got there, dear parents and guardians, all of them were on their mobile phones. None of them wanted to speak to each other. Now, this girl has a lot of friends, as in some from her school, some who are her mother's friends, some who are her mother's friends' children, some who are her father's friends' children, some who are, people that the mother just, oh, okay, you are this age, come, just so that we'll have enough children. Were there. All of them segregated themselves. They were all on their mobiles. You don't understand. This is all what they were doing. All of them on their mobile. As in, I had to go and say, the mother was saying, go and, what games will they play? I said, leave it. These children will not play any games here. Because right now, steez 100% is very important to them. They need to maintain steez. They need to maintain steez. So I told her, I said, you know what? Let's go ask them what kind of music they like. When we asked them the music, I said, what kind of songs do you like so that we can give a playlist to the DJ? That was it. All of them. In fact, one of them had a ready playlist. She just brought the playlist and said, Auntie, just give it to him. He knows everything, he will play it. I'm like, okay. Now, these children knew the songs word for word. Word for word. They even knew when you say, they knew all those kind of things, word for word. And guess what? It's not because they are writing the lyrics down. It's just because we know that your eyes are gates, your ears are gates, So things that you take in from what you see and what you hear are imprinted in your heart. And when you hear it constantly, repeatedly, it imprints in your heart. That's why a person can live in a city and be able to learn a language without necessarily, taking paper and biro to write anything. You are in that place, you hear the conversations. In no time, it starts to imprint. So these children knew word for word. And I started to wonder, I know your brains are hurt. How come some of you your grades are dropping? And I understand why their grades are dropping, because they don't pay attention to it. Their mind is more on the entertainment than anything else. So how will this affect you? One, your academic performance. When you always put your social activities over schoolwork, it can result in missed deadlines and lower grades. It will tell. Let me tell you, it will tell. These children, cruise is very important to them. Skits is important to them. Those are the things they are paying attention to. So their academics are quite boring. Yes, they will be boring to them. So they will not pay attention to their academics. And then they all have mobiles these days. Schools also want them to do their examinations or their tests and stuff on their mobiles or their tablets. So they must have it. It has become a necessary evil. And then even us parents will just say, just give her that mobile. Let her just concentrate on it. Let her not disturb me. I have stuff I'm doing. So it tells on their academic performances as well because you have less time. Another thing it does is that it has an effect on your emotional and health and mental health because peer pressure is a thing. Peer pressure to fit in. Some of them, one of the children, she didn't even want to bring out her mobile phone. She didn't want to. She's like, no, my phone is not one of those phones. Let me not even bring out the mobile phone because many of them had iPhones already. 13-year-olds, yes. Their parents are wealthy, so hey. So peer pressure, they want to, and before you know it, they start getting engaged in risky behaviors. Let me tell you a quick story. When I was a little younger, one of the things that I that time I think it was Big Brother Africa, not Big Brother Nigeria. So I was watching Big Brother Africa, and that's the one that Bayo was in, Gaetano was in, Abby was in. That's the very first one. Yeah, I watched all the episodes. I watched them. I was so afraid that I was going to miss out. You know that thing they call FOMO, fear of missing out. I was so sure I was going to miss out on something. So I was watching them sleep. I was watching them eat. When they are sleeping, I'll be watching how they are breathing and coming down. For 3 days, I did not sleep. On the fourth day, one of my friends, and I told her, I said, man, I can't sleep. And it was already affecting my cognitive, cognitive function and everything. And so I said, I can't sleep. And she said, let me give you something that will make you sleep. And then I took it. And that one of let me give you something that will make you sleep spiraled into 13 years of deep addiction. 13 years. So peer pressure is real at this
What?
time.
Please let me shout. Please.
Entertainment. Because you are trying to. Big Brother is a rave.
What?
When anything now is Korean
K-drama. K-drama.
I tried to watch K-drama. It did not hook me, and I said, thank you, Jesus, that I don't have that addiction in my life. Because there is always something. God. There is always something. And the media people know what they're doing. They're appealing to our children of influence. And they're appealing to our children's soul. They're appealing to what they know they like. When they can just be on their phone and just watch and just do all those things. And then they're putting handsome boys and making it look as if, oh my God, the boy just lick your screen. You understand what I'm saying? So it's appealing to them. So it starts to affect your mental health. It starts to affect your sleep. It starts to affect your social exposure, constant exposure to others' lives. Before you know it, somebody's life that you're watching on social media, that they are putting their best foot forward. You will now compare it to your everyday life. You will now compare your day 1 to somebody's day 500. It's affecting their mental health. Another thing it does is that it exposes them to bullying, cyberbullying. It exposes them to cyberbullying. The next one, it exposes them to sleep deprivation, their physical health. Look at what I said about me. I couldn't sleep for 3 days. Sometimes you tell the children, some parents will say, no. I tell them to submit their phones. Do you really follow through that submission of phone? Do you know how many children, they will call me and say, Auntie, you need to come to my school. They seized my phone and my mommy must not know that I carried my phone to school. And I'm like, I don't understand. They say, no, I was meant to submit my phone, but because my friends bring their phones to school, I carried my phone and then it's me they now caught. So when they're on their phones, sometimes they don't sleep. They're chatting with their friends till God knows when. Pornography is everywhere. So these children are everywhere because they're attending social events. It results in insufficient sleep. And these days, prom is another matter. Everybody is going, looking for, clothes to wear to prom. Let me check the video of that last year's prom. And it affects your whole overall health and your cognitive function. Next slide, please. It also affects our behavior. There is a change in our priorities because you now start thinking that social acceptance is more important than your academics or your personal connections, which leads to a shift in values and behaviors. Before you know it now, you'll not be thinking that no, is if you have an iPhone, that means that you are a better person than the person that has a touchlight phone. No, it's just a function. Then it also affects them in how they behave. Before you know, they start experimenting with drugs. It happened with me. I just told you a small story now. Cruise is something that these children are so, and now that they've monetized social media, hey, there is problem in the arena. Everybody wants to earn money. All our children want to earn money. If you ask them now why they want to earn money, they will tell you because they want to drive a Mercedes. They want to be able to afford hair. You will see some children on social media. You know this one, her breasts are not even complete yet. And then she'll be telling you, if you don't have 100 million in your accounts, you cannot come and ask me out. Should you even be thinking about dating at that age? So it also affects their behaviors. Many times, next slide, many times we always think that no, we're just trying to do this to, even with my son now, he's 2 years old. Like now I'm here. He was knocking on the door. Mommy, open the door. My girl was saying, come, let me come and put Mickey Mouse for you. I had to mute my mic and tell her, don't try me. Because you will do that just to be able to engage them so you can have peace to do your own thing. However, we are creating a demon that will become a monster that will eventually swallow all of us. Another thing it affects is our relationships. There's reduced family time because everybody now, even the parents, we're all guilty. When you are there, you will now take a mobile phone. You two, you're on your phone. Daddy on the phone, mommy on the phone. In fact, some parents now even chat to their children in the same house. They are sending a chat to the child. So these are the things, decreased family time. And when you have decreased family time and it affects your relationship, you can't know who your child is. And when you don't know your child, you cannot know when your child has begun to change. I say this thing every time. You must know your child to know when your child is beginning to change. And then when you now start having conflicts, there'll be many conflicts within the family because you are trying to, do this, don't do that. Another thing it will affect is their identity and their self-image. I say these things so much. Next slide, please. You can never, ever outperform your self-image. How does this influence your identity? The opinions of your friends and social media now begins to influence your teenager's sense of self. Other people are now the ones that are telling them what beauty means. They are now the ones that are telling your children what it means to be existent. What happened to you teaching them the values of your family? Do you have family values? Do they know the values enough to stand by those values that when other people are trying to force their own values on them, they can put their foot down and say, no, this is my identity as an Ojano Mare girl. That's my maiden name. And this is who I am. In my family, we don't do like that. It's in this same place you will see a girl who is so beautiful, who has not even finished developing, who does not know what her own changes are, her own timeline in development is. She will start saying, no, my breasts are too small. No, I'm too skinny. I need to do a BBL. I asked a teenage girl one day, I don't know what we were talking about with her mom. And I said, this BBL thing, to be the death of us one day. She was like, auntie, don't say that. So I must do my own BBL in this life. Her mother and father were in the room, no fear. Even me, I was afraid. I first thought, I was so sure that my older sister will slap me. Meanwhile, it's not me that said it. I was so sure. That girl said it with her full chest that she was going to do a BBL. I said, why? She said, because look at me, I'm flat at the back now. I got daddy's body type. So I'm flat at the back, so I'm going to do my own BBL. Come on now. Come on now. It affects their identity and their self-image. And as long as it has affected their self-image and their body image, they will deal with self-esteem issues. And that is the beginning of a lot of problem for a lot of people because they will engage in people-pleasing. And people-pleasing is, in fact, the day we took people-pleasing in the girls' hub, even me, I felt the vibe. People-pleasing is a large doorway to all sorts of vices. Next slide. So what are the strategies that we can use at this point? Strategies to help our children. Number one, time management. In fact, I didn't put one slide. It is values. What are your family values? You, mother, father, watching this. Because if you don't know your values, you cannot even know how to pen down values for your family. I have one thing I learned from my friend long time ago. She has 3 children. Her oldest child is 15. They have their family values framed, and every child has it in their room. So you will understand that this is what we stand for in this family. I have gone to do my own. I have gone to do my own. They are going to frame it and put it in my son's room. When I have a second child, we'll do a second copy. It is what we stand for. So what do you stand for? If your child does not know what they stand for, they will go and fall for anything and everything they see on social media. Remember what I said. You cannot compare your day 1 with somebody's day 500. Somebody who is working for her money is on social media. She's being paid to be on social media. Then you start comparing your life with that. So entertainment has found a way to just rip our whole hearts into a part where we think that that is all there is to life. No, that's not all there is to life. Those people who come in front of us, who are entertaining us, they also have a life outside of social media. That's why someone like Funke Akindele would never put her children's pictures on social media. Is because she wants to live her life separately from her TV life. So what are you doing as a parent? What are you doing? Number 2, time management. Create a schedule for these children. Remember what I said, their brains have not their brains have not developed fully. They still need you. So you create a schedule for them. If by now your children, if you say no, they will not follow, then you are the one who has the problem with the discipline. You are the one who did not put your foot down to give them a structure. You must give. Even my son is 2 years old. It was raining this morning. My husband said, let him stay at home. It's raining. One thing. I said, no, this boy is going to school today. He's going. Some people will say, no, why will a 2-year-old go to school? I have to work. It's my family dynamics, but I don't leave him there the whole day. I just leave him there for like a few hours while I can really concentrate on a lot of work. Then when I'm done, I go and I pick him. It's on the I have to sacrifice that. But I am trying to put that boy through a routine in life so he understands that this is what it is. We can't say because it's raining, you're not lying under the blankets. You were not created to lie in the blankets and be warm. You were created to make impact in life. So it's very important. Create a schedule for them, a balanced schedule. See, allow your children have fun, all right. On that Sunday, we went for a party. However, there must be a form of balance. This balance is important. If you give them a mobile because they have to do their assignment, they have to gist with their friends, one thing, collect that mobile phone and you be conscious of the schedule that you have created. Don't shift the goalpost. Many parents shift goalposts. They're like, I might just leave on my bed, waiting. Other children get and my own no go get. Stop it. Your child is not other people's children. You know what you are looking for. Your values are important. You know what the goal for your family is. So if you don't have a goal, that's when you say it's okay, let's shift the goalpost. But when you have a goal, you will keep the goalpost where it is and you will know that there is a strategy to making sure you dribble, and you score. Set goals, very important. In under time management, you must set goals. Next slide. Healthy social media use. Many of us, our children are on TikTok. They're on every social media platform whatsoever. Set boundaries, ma. Set boundaries, sir. It's very important. Set limits for this thing. Some parents know how to do YouTube like that. Set limits so that you can prevent it from, overwhelming them and interfering with their sleep and their homework and other responsibilities. A child that will wake up and the only thing he wants to do is sit in front of the TV. He's the one that holds the remote. Then you, with your full chest, as a parent, say, "Now only in the handle remote, so he's the owner of the TV." Who bought the TV? Why are we allowing these children because the honest truth is that these are our children. When they find out that they could have done better if you had insisted on some things, they will blame you. They will blame you. Trust me. They will blame you. They may not blame you now. They will blame you when they are older. And it is the most painful part of life is when you are being blamed in your old age that you did not bring up your child well. I read a book about things that people regret. And then one of the things that people said was they did not take they didn't put their foot down with a lot of things with their children. Don't regret these things when you're older. Set healthy boundaries. Because there are people now that say, my parents did this for me, and they thank their parents. In fact, recently I did. I thanked my older sister. I said, the training you trained me, now only God will bless you. Because I know if you hadn't trained me this way, I know where I'll have been. Because I saw somebody that could have been my future if I wasn't properly brought up. Promote positive content. Know what they are watching. You can't leave your children and then they are the ones that are in charge of everything. Watch what they are watching. These days, you see that children are actually watching pornography. Even cartoons now are promoting the LGBT cause. They are promoting it for young children. Very soon, all of us now be like, and there's nothing there. God, you will not even be saying, hey, God, the way the movie is, They will do it in such a way that you'll not be like, hey God, let them win. The way they love each other, let love lead, let love win. But they are two homosexuals. We are gradually accepting it. We are gradually accepting it because it's just love. Now they love each other. Promote positive content. Important. Self-esteem. You need to provide consistent encouragement to support their self-confidence and self-worth. When a child does not feel like they are good enough, that is when they start to look for validation elsewhere. You must find ways of validating these children. If not, they'll get into people pleasing, like I said earlier. Equip them with skills to cope with peer pressure and negative influences, such as assertiveness. Teach your child to be assertive. Teach them to be assertive. There is nothing wrong with being firm. Not being rude, but being firm. Don't let them be passive. Don't let them be aggressive, but let them be assertive in their communication. Because a confident person, someone who understands their self-worth, is assertive in their communication. And it starts from the home first. It's not what they teach them outside. Thankfully, we have people like Auntie Atima, who is doing such an amazing job teaching girls how to build their self-esteem. That people-pleasing class was bad. It was bad. So she's doing such an amazing job. If you have people like that, get your children and put them there. Don't even say no. I beg, they're on holiday, let them stay at home. The things that they pick. If I had anybody like an Auntie Atima in my life as a teenager, I wouldn't have been where I am now. I promise you, and I know it. So I know what I'm saying. Teach them and allow them learn when you know you can't teach them. Next slide, please. Encourage healthy relationships. It's important that you allow your friends know that there is something called quality over quantity. Have a good friend. Have a good friend. I have good friends that it doesn't matter how many times, if I call them, they will answer me. This Auntie Atima, I've not really worried her in my life, but I know that if I call her, she will answer me. Encourage healthy relationships. It's very important. It's very important. The next one is open communication. You need to allow these children, feel comfortable discussing their social experiences and challenges with you. If they can't talk with you, you're in trouble. That's why we have, like they say, God will bring a laborer. And the laborer is someone like Auntie Atima. I am a laborer. Coach Folaka is a laborer. People that can help you. So if people like this, you just know that, Teko, I have missed it in one side. You understand the psyche behind it. You know how to work with them. Help me. The next one, very importantly, in as much as you have coaches, team coaches dealing with children and helping them with behavioral modification, you need to be involved with their lives. You cannot outsource your parenting. You must be involved in their lives. You must set clear expectations. Communicate your expectations regarding the academics, regarding the social activities, regarding online behavior. Because when you know how to set it, even they know what you stand for, so they will adjust. Trust me, your children will test your boundaries. They will test your boundaries. But if you allow them know that you can keep pushing me until I get to the wall, trust me, they will push you. In fact, it hurts me when people come to my office for therapy and then they're telling me, help me talk to him. I saw a boy shout at his mother in front of me. And immediately I said, no, you won't do that in front of me. I'm sorry, you can't. I will not accept it. You won't. You must set clear expectations. You do like this, these are the consequences for your behavior. Because guess what? That is life. The family is a type of what life is. It's a miniature of the society and life. So you must let them know that for everything that happens, there is a consequence. So when you do this, this is what you get. And you don't shift your goalpost. It is important because you're wiring their brain to understand when they go out on their own. When I do like this, this is how it's going to end up. They will not always be with you at home. So when they go to uni, are they going to party all day like I did? Every day was a weekend for me. There was one of those girls that it is when the DJ will come and say, Auntie, I better carry your leg 6 o'clock in the morning. I want to roll my wire. That's when I will get up and say, oh, it's time to go. Do you know what I would have been if I had used those 13 years constructively on this path that I am on? I'm sure by now, maybe I'll have been one minister of something by now. I know it from the bottom of my heart. But because of the time that I wasted, I am trying to catch up and still make impact at the same time. Your child doesn't have to go through that. Be involved in their lives. Be involved. Stay informed. It's very important that you stay informed. Know the trends. Know their social circle. Know the online activities. Know the things. Know that is TikTok. Know that it's TikTok that they will go there and they are showing how they are smoking. Know that this is what they were doing. So Snapchat at some point. Know the trends. You cannot be there and say, oh, isn't it still Facebook? Hey, it's Facebook, I know what's going on. It's good that this class is going on because now you know what to look out for. Now you know that there is so much more in the world than what we are doing. It's so easy to be in your house and think that, oh, life is just about here and now. But there is a life out there that is not waiting for you and is not going to come knock at your door and say, look, hello, view me. No, you go out and look for what you need for your child. Your child is your next generation. Hand them an advantage. When you hand your child an advantage, you'll be called a great generation. That's what we are trying to do as teens coaches. Conclusion. While social media is actually essential for their development, it's crucial to balance it because there's academics, there's family, there's personal well-being. Every day there's a party. For instance, this weekend coming, my friend said there are two parties that the children have to go for. I told her, I said, well, you're going to have to choose because she called me for advice. I said, choose. They can't go for both parties because when they go for both parties, they'll be tired. By Monday morning, they'll be sleeping in class. They will just be a mess. Choose which party, but if they must go for both, why don't you make them go 2 hours for this one and 2 hours for that one? Regulate it. And she brought up the thing with the children and they said, okay, mommy, it's better we do 2 hours here and 2 hours there. And that makes sense. So it's important because this thing will distract them. Don't let your child lose 13 years like I did. It is day one, the first day they do it. Before you know it, it's 1 year. Before you know it, it's 13 years. Don't be the kind of parents that will now say, hey, if only I had known, I had listened. Allow them to understand that life has parts. In coaching, we call it the wheel of life. You must balance all because if the wheel is flat on one side, you are not going anywhere. Or you are going somewhere, we are going nowhere very fast. So it must be rounded, which means that there must be a balance for them to be able to go. You have a car, you have a flat tire. How far can you go? You can't go really far. So there must be a balance. If not, we will think that it's just a little social media. Even you, mother, you just looked at that skit just now, like can you imagine? Look at Sabinus. Hey, look at what Sabinus just did. 1 minute. I promise you. The next time you look up and come up for air, you have done 2 hours. Then you will say your data has finished. MTN has chopped my data. No, ma, you used it on Instagram. So if that can distract you that much, imagine them with their underdeveloped brains where they cannot make proper decisions. Thank you very much. We can have a
Thank
question.
you so much, Auntie T. That was amazing. So, when you got to the part of we as parents also getting hooked with entertainment, I just started to laugh because sometimes somebody is saying to me, "How don't you know this person?" I'm like, who is that person? Who is that? It just seems like people are just wallowing in entertainment. It's not like it's bad though. You need a healthy amount of it to be mentally
Yes,
stable.
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
When it's too much, I mean, how many times do you hear girls complain about too much fun? How many times? They can never complain. Tell them to come to class.
Never.
Oh, and when I hear parents now saying, my daughter does not like the activities in Nidon, my daughter is not really liking this book. And I'm like, before uncle, what were you
It's
expecting that she was
because
going to like it?
it will appear like it's boring. It's not appealing to the
It's
reward
boring
system
at
of her
Tega.
brain.
At Tega, it is actually boring, truly. And it is fine. So when we re-echo those things, we kind of um certify them. When we re-echo them, it's not something that we should be re-announcing. I don't even know. You don't even like all these kind of things. You're now making her feel like, oh yes, that is it. You don't like it, it's fine.
Yeah,
Have it.
it's the value system.
Continue it.
Yeah,
Stay
it's
in
the
it.
value
it
system.
when my daughters too used to complain. So when parents complain, and I'm like, see this Zara. I've been using Zara as an example because Zara showed me Pepe and Stega
Yeah.
at last year. Sarah was 16. I was still reading with her. Have you ever heard that kind of thing before?
Hmm.
As in, because I want her to read the book. Okay, read, I'll listen. Meanwhile, I have my own book to read. Read, I'll. What
Mm,
happened to have her
mm.
self-development books? She was doing so well in school. She was one of the best graduating students. But my Pekin, like, there's this app that ran in 2020. I can't remember the name. But they go and read romantic, not just like we did, now, just like
Yes,
we did with
yes.
Istanbul. Hey, she likes all those kind of ones. She just look boring. I was not ready. I continued. I continued. I will sit down here, read. Let me hear. I'll read. Let her hear. After today, we were in the clinic. My daughter was reading. In the car, she's reading. She use thought, she's reading.
Wow,
She was like,
wow,
"Mommy, I don't have any book to read." I was like, what is happening here? My child, well, take two. I gave her two limitless and one other book.
wow,
She's not
wow.
why? Because I did not stop. Meanwhile, I know some children that have been reading so well at 10. Do you understand?
Yeah,
Reading
yeah,
at 11, so well at 12. Okay, but
yeah.
that's not my child. Why am I? That's not your child. Your child is not the one that likes to read. Okay, why don't you face your own child and find a way? Meanwhile, this is me, coach. Oh, coach, my own child, I'm dealing with it. But she was social prefect. Social prefect. She's the one that
Mm.
brings all the energy. But you will not read book. No, no, it's not gonna work. So I kept encouraging, I kept talking, I kept to the extent that now her siblings are now envying her. My son came and was envying her. I said, "You, which one is your own envy? Carry your book and read." And you're like, look at the way you're always reading, you're always serious with your life. I say, what's the problem, sir? You finish with your own life. So I just want to encourage us. Now, if I see her taking some time to go on social media, I'm not worried. I'm not worried because she has been able to schedule her time.
Exactly,
Recently, I introduced her to
exactly.
podcast. Recently, I introduced her to podcast. Almost my child has listened to some I've not listened to every morning because I saw that social media is part of their lives. So, how do we regulate it? I told her, get
And
a
then
business online.
something else
Get,
is, I started telling parents, I started
okay?
calling out people. I said, look, if you are a positive role model, come out so that we can have people to tell our children, look up to. You like social media? Go there. So even we have to start engaging social media for their
Yes.
sake, so that there is
Mm-hmm.
something positive that they can
Something
also
positive.
connect to.
Replacement.
Yes.
Exactly.
If you don't have
Very
something that you can replace, you are actually going to be frustrating them because that's all there is anyway.
yes,
Yes.
exactly. So they'll be confused. So I one thing you said that I love when you said, be a part of what is happening, with their social media life. And I started to follow. So she's the one that tells me Vicky James is getting married though, as married now. He's doing this content though. She's now saying, Mommy, this person, you will like her. She does Christian content, she's very fashionable, she's very this. I'm like, okay, we're following. This person, she like, so we have let her know the kind of people to follow, the kind of
Because of
content to
your
follow.
values. You have transferred your values without telling her you are transferring your values. So now she
So, so
knows what to look out for.
instead of just allowing them to just go and say this their generation, which generation? I don't understand. Sometimes
True.
we don't give some excuses, and these things are not going to help this girl. She even knows that at the time she's spending on social media, by the time she's entering school, is going to reduce by like 80% because the school she's going to, academics is top. I'm not going to keep you in a school that will just allow you to just flex because already they are dealing with a lot. So sometimes the decisions that we are making, let us check it. If you take your child to a school that is too slack, please get ready. Your child is going to swim in social media. Forget it. There's nothing you will tell me. There's nothing. By the time my daughter discovered this her school and the way they are so serious, she now say, "Hey, why did I choose this school?" I say, "I love this school. Hey, this school is a powerful school
Hmm.
because higher institution is a flex place. You just let's be careful. Let's be careful.
That's where most of us lose it. That's why because it's independence that is not
Not
there
controlled.
it
Yes,
is
it's not
uncontrolled,
guided.
unsupervised. Yes. So
Please, even secondary schools. You see these secondary schools that they allow them to do anything. They will bring from. They did not say, now, we like my child suffered the way I suffered. Check it. Check it. Because some of these places are the places that are encouraging and pushing our daughters to further wallow. It's not like it's almost impossible for them not to do entertainment.
yes,
Entertainment
ma'am.
is part of a girl's life. When I
Yes.
saw it entity, you know what I started to do? I said, okay, I cannot fight this thing. So I'm going to help them. In the girls of, if you're coming for your review towards the end of the year at Tega, when you come, there's a way the girls are going to review your book. They review your book with a quiz game. That's how they're going to review the book. You read
Mm.
it and take down your notes, but as a group, we use quiz game to do the review. Do you know that since I started that thing, the number of girls that are reading has increased? People don't know girls. I feel like sometime in the future, I'm going to partner with an organization to either do move as in convert all these books we're writing into movies, into stories, into series. I have that feeling because that is the only way these girls are going to come up. You said something
Yeah.
that was so true. You said that the producers are they know they're checking the metrics. Truly, I
Yes, yes,
met a
yes.
Netflix producer. He was the one supposed to come to this class. But I didn't want the reason why I changed my mind was because he's a man and then he doesn't I don't know. I just felt like he wasn't the right person. But we're going to bring him live one of these days. You know what he said? When I heard, I said, so you Netflix producers, that's how I was talking. You sir, you people are the ones that are always giving our daughters, our teenagers, all sorts of
Assignment.
rubbish movies. Do you know
Assignment.
what he said? Entertainment is not also.
Do
Entertainment, we're
you
not the ones. He
recently
said,
I was telling somebody, I said if you
okay,
notice the movies on Netflix and Prime Video, they are on purpose selling nudity, sexual content, sexual violence,
let me tell you
and
why now.
substance.
Let me explain why. Let me tell you why. He now told us, he now said that it's not them or the producers, that it is the teenagers. That Netflix as an organization checks the set, they do a lot of statistics, they do a lot of research, and they find out that what the young people that they specifically put the age range from, is it 12 to 22 or 25 or 15 to, that they have that age range, that they just focus on what that age range is searching for. Me and you go to Netflix, we are looking for family movie, we are looking for movie that will teach us how to make money,
Yes,
so they
because there are
don't,
some movies that you
no,
will see. They will now
they
put
don't check.
13. They will put
No,
13.
no, no, no.
When you
They
now watch
don't
it, you now
check.
say
They
sexual
don't check.
violence. I'm like,
They don't check what we are watching. They
wow.
just go straight to that. They say that that was the reason why recently they reduced Netflix subscription to like something that even a 10-year-old can pay. They have put
950.
Netflix
I think
that
it's
the
okay now
data,
it's 16. 16.
the data is very low bandwidth.
Yes.
They all the movies, they say they use that research to ensure so that even them that are trying to give good content, Netflix is not likely to get it because it's not going to appeal to their favorite audience, our girls.
Oh,
This is the problem. Algorithm. That's
oh
it.
my God. It's all about
So
the numbers.
yes. So it's the numbers. That number, that's what they like. So the rest of us can follow for all they care. So you see that we have a lot of work. While you're here talking, the other people are finding a way to sort out the girls in such a way that they'll keep coming back, which is why we need to do more. We need to do more. We need to have stuff. We need to create entertainment content. Yes, positive entertainment, clean entertainment. My books, when you read it, you'll be laughing, but you'll be learning life skills.
Hmm.
If you come to camp, you'll be playing, but you'll be learning things about God and about your life. We cannot come and say, everybody, very serious, here, only prayer, only prayer. It will not
Yeah,
work.
yeah. That's why
They
they will
will
say
need,
it's boring now.
yes, now boring. I've been
Yeah.
dragging the girls in the girls' hub that have been calling Bible boring. I say your life will be boring too. You don't know yourself.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much, everyone. The reason why we're having this conversation is because we want to help the girls know how to make better choices. Know how to make better choices. Focus on making better choices. Telling themselves that, okay, instead of watching 4 hours of this nonsense movie, why don't I watch 2 hours of this one, and then this is what I'll learn. And then they need to learn how to focus. They cannot do it on their own. Stop telling your daughter that, can't, don't you know? Can't you see? Did you not know? Can you not do? They don't know how to. As Tega has already explained, brain is big, but sense is small. Sense is small. So let's help them. Let's help them.
And
When
another
we
thing is, sorry, sis.
yes,
We have, that day I was talking about mothers that have their association of Yahoo mothers.
yes, you said yes.
I know a girl, I know a boy, is a Yahoo boy, yeah? And then
Mhm.
his girlfriend, he's 17, his girlfriend is 15, and the girl
Oh, no.
lives in his house. So that
Wow.
girl now, one day, so I had a conversation with her, and then she told me, she said her mom doesn't even know she's here. Her mom is a pastor, one thing, one thing. This is another thing. As much as our children are going, you will teach your children well, but your children are going to go and hang out and be with other
Mm,
children in other schools. They are going to date those people because those Yahoo
yes,
boys, they know how to throw money around. They know how to be
they
fun.
do.
I mean, I've been
They
on that
do.
side, so I know what I'm saying. They know how to be fun, and it's appealing to the eyes. Our children are going to mix with those people. What have you put in them enough that when they mix with those people, they will not fall? Look at those boys, Daniel and Meshach, Abednego, and
Shadrach and Abednego.
what did their parents put in them so much that when they got to Babylon, they stood? What was it?
Hmm.
What was it?
Hmm.
Your children will mix with other people. Pressure will come, social pressure, peer pressure, it will come. But how much have you put in them that you will say, okay, even if they go, I know we are praying for them. Prayer is an anchor. So when no matter how far they go, they will come. But when they've gone far, do you know what happens in the far? Maybe I came back after
Hmm.
13 years. But what happened in the 13
Hmm.
years? So it's
Wow.
very important. You can't outsource it too much. You can't. As much as you want to say, Auntie Etima, help us, you too, you
Yes.
put your foot down. You must put your foot down. You must do some things. You must be involved. You must be part of their lives. Because last, it's your name that is on the envelope. It's not my name. It's not Auntie Etima's name.
Hmm. So our job is to help, it's not to take over.
Yes.
We are here to help, which is one of the reasons why we're putting up this course. The mom still called me this evening to say, my daughter is, I've already registered her for that class because that girl, she can be so distracted. She can be so distracted. Yeah, she's not the only one. We all have had to deal with distractions at one point or the other in our lives. It's even an ongoing process. So I noticed something, and Stega, we're going to end at this point. I noticed
Okay.
something that many of the parents of girls are not taking the distraction thing as serious as maybe issues like sexuality and all that. I don't know. I feel like parents of girls like sensational courses and trainings, which is a problem.
Hmm.
So the focus is looking like she's always distracted, she's always distracted. So I don't know. We're not taking it like an emergency. But you heard what Anstega said. In the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, we will be losing our daughters if we do not do something differently. Because she can go to school and leave school and just forget about it. You see,
Mhm.
use Yahoo boys, they can romance, give it to them. But it's still part of focus. Not being able to focus on your life goals, not being able to focus on what is important now, priorities, is the same thing as procrastination. It's the same thing as just allowing your mind to wander everywhere. All of it is a focus problem. So I want us to take it seriously. The way we are doing, I don't think we know how serious this issue of distraction is. somebody had said that in the next few years they're going to have a pandemic, like
Oh yes, you would. Yes,
mental
yes,
health
yes, yes,
problems.
yes,
And
yes,
guess
yes, yes,
what? That's where we're going to cash out. We are going to cash out seriously at that point, because you'll be desperate. Your child is not okay,
it's not far again. Maybe in the next 3 years.
because it has been 10 years since. So, yes, it's going, it's shorter now. Let us take this thing seriously. Talk to your friends, talk to everybody, tell them, see, these girls, let them go and learn. They need it. They need to know what to do when they're getting distracted, how to stay focused, etc. Yeah, so we have said enough for one Friday night. Thank you so much, Auntie Tega. I see everybody writing, oh, I need to be involved in their lives. If little distractions aren't managed now, big ones overtake life goals and values, and it's difficult to manage. Thank you so much. Thank you for this session. Someone else said we need to create more content. Oh, my kids find church boring. I had to change churches to one that is active children's church. Exactly. Exactly. There was a time I was threatening to change too. I was like, if the tea church in my church does not step up, I'm going to change my children to a church. You
So
know,
true.
we
So
cannot just
true.
be sitting and say the God is God. They were, what are you talking about?
So
Why the
true.
way
So true.
to make it engaging? Okay, someone else say it's an algorithm based on data generated from the apps they use. And these kids are the highest population on this app. That is true. So thank you so much, everyone. Don't forget the focus like a boss. Course is registration is still ongoing. Course is next week. You have a few days. Please get your girls in 10 and above. If they are less than 10, you can register and join them for the class. Mothers have asked, can we come to the class? I have to tell them, yes, come. Because truly, we all need it, including myself. I'm still working on higher focus for myself on my journey. Thank you so much, Auntie Tega. What would your last words be? Everybody's saying thank you on the comment.
It's so good to be here as always. I would say to you that don't I don't want you to be paranoid, dear parents. So please don't be paranoid, because when you are paranoid, you're going to act in error. You're going to actually, I mean, you're Christians or Muslims, whoever it is, you know where you pray to or who you pray to. Prayerfully pray and guide these children. Learn how to coach them. There's a push coach, there's a pull coach. Choose which approach you want to use. But at this time, if you have a teenager, you are coaching them. Even we that we are coaches, we know how we are stern with them. We play with them,
Mm.
caress them, we rub their head, but we are stern. So they will listen to us. So coach your children. Don't be paranoid, very important. Because if you are paranoid and you start being suspicious of everything they do, you will parent in error. So please, just prayerfully guide them and coach them, and you'll be fine. And
Thank
please
you.
partner with Auntie Etima. Partner with her is very important. Partnering with her, because when you now know some things, you can tell Auntie Etima when they are coming to camp, this is what to look out for, this is what not to look out for. Auntie Etima
Mm-hmm.
now knows how to now use it and enter them. Coach
Yes.
Folake now use it during therapy and get into them and talk to them. Very, very important. It's because
Mm.
what they will not hear from you, they will hear from their team coaches. So what you need to do is fill your team, your coach with what you want them to know. They know the approach to use to, influence your child as well. Yes.
Thank you so much, Auntie Tega. And please, before we leave, let me tell you that Coach Tega also does a lot of work. I saw that she's advertising a substance recovery course. Please, if you have
Yes.
anybody around you that is having issues, drug use, drug abuse, Coach Tega is the one person you need to go to, especially if that person is a female, especially if that person is a somebody that I get ready to be sick of us.
That's why I laugh.
I'll be okay. I'll be very all right. So please, you want to contact at any time if you have any issues. And Tega is here. She's in our community. She's one of the facilitators at the Girls Hub. She's our friend and sister. She comes to camp as well. I mean, it's just Kesena that is holding us. If not, she would have been in Lagos and Port Harcourt, but we are leaving her
Yes,
for
so
Abuja.
next year we're going to Port Harcourt and Lagos.
Yes. Thank you so much, everybody. We really enjoyed this time. And Stega, God bless you. We appreciate you for this time out. You could have paid for it and it could not have been a small money, but you did it for us. And we are so grateful. God bless you. Guys, please go and follow Coach Tega. What's your handle again, ma?
Okay, on every social media platform is at Tega Omogor. So you just check
Okay.
for me,
Tega Omogor. Yeah.
Tegomogor on every social media platform. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm sure that is going to happen right away. Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much, everyone. I'll let you go so I can also let Auntie Tega go. God bless you, Auntie T. See you again. See you another time. All right, dear parents, thank you for being here today. Today, was it not amazing? This conversation about um entertainment is not a joking one. Oh. Please take it very, very seriously. Okay. Yes, we cannot wait for camp. We cannot wait as well. Thank you, everyone. I'll leave you with videos. And by the way, if your girl is not in the girls' hub, I ask you why. Why is your girl not in the girls' hub? The girls' hub is that platform where we are coaching girls to become smart, confident, and sensible. There's lots more of that. Okay, so watch out for my girls.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ibukun Aguero, and today I'm in the Girls Hub. And today I will be talking about what I love in the Girls Hub and what I've learned in the Girls Hub. So, first of all, the things I've learned in the Girls Hub is how to be confident in yourself, how to believe in yourself. Like you're able to do things that you never would have done before, and how you have the strength to do, like, to control your emotions, keep your emotions to yourself, and how to be brave, like to stand up to what you never would have before. And what I love about the Girls Hub is that we're always together. We love to connect with each other, we care about each other. And this goes to our queen mother, Auntie Atima. We love her so much. Thank you for caring for us. Thank you for making sure that we're okay. And it has been very fun in the Girls Hub since I joined. This summer, I was looking for a job. Well, I couldn't really go outside and look for a job. So I told my mom, I need a job. And she said that one of her friends needed babysitting for her son. So throughout the summer, I worked. I was babysitting and I was earning $10 each day, and it was overall pretty good. And I'm still doing this now, and it's been very fun. What are you waiting for? We need you in the Girls Hub. It's going to be so much fun. You're gonna have so much. You're gonna be welcomed. You're gonna be very welcomed. You're gonna be cared for, and we're waiting for you. Please join. Love you guys.
Hey everyone, my name is Ngide Opata, and my experience at this camp has been quite impactful. I had an encounter with God, and the best part of it was I got to meet many professional mentors, and got to share my problems and get help and the likes of it. And I met new people, made new friends, communicated more.
First of all, I'm going to start with the encountering I've had. I gave my life to Christ. I bought my bad habits. I've seen Jesus. And I also want to thank my parents, my mom, my dad for giving me the opportunity to be here today. And I want to thank Kontetima for allowing me to be here.
My name is Bavali, and I'm a member of the Ignite Team Mentoring Bootcamp Lagos 2023. Because before, like, I followed God in many different ways and many different places at many different times, and it's something that really helped me grow mentally and spiritually. And I also learned how to speak up well and become a better person.
I had an encounter with God. I made new friends. I was taught self-discipline. I realized that I was able to grow more in the spirit here, more than I even expected.
I had a special encounter with God during the camp, especially all the events during praise night, purity night, and other events made me have special encounters with God and also gave me the Holy Spirit. I want to encourage everyone to come for this camp because it's a very special camp which helps you draw closer to God.
I had an encounter with God, a very good encounter with God. I saw Jesus and learned how to pray and fun and so on. I want to give a shout out to my parents, a big shout out to my parents for bringing me here because this was my first time coming to this night shift camp.
My name is Tuli Lokwen, and I'm here to share my encounter in this boot camp. For in fact, this boot camp is an encounter kind of boot camp where you have encounter with God and the rest. I've been able to build my spiritual life, but I came here spiritually drained, but I've been bruised in the spirit, and here has taught me how to build myself. And I've made great friends who are going to motivate me in my spiritual life also.
Somebody groan in the spirit tonight. Release.